Hi everyone! Today we have got a very pretty looking flower to colour from our ivy page. Now this to me looks like it could be either a pansy or a violet or a orchid, something like that, but I thought I would just colour it in some pretty fun colours really and do that. Now I tend to look at the layout of the page when picking colours on this sort of page. I've got lots of orange here, and so I'm not going to do it oranges or yellows, although we haven't had a yellow flower yet. I'm not going to do it as a pansy, I'm going to do it with sort of pinks and purples, I think. So I'm just going to grab my pink tray of pencils, put my hand in front of the camera, and they're a little bit far away, and go for it really. So we're using the Castle Arts again, and I'm going to, let's have a think. See, these petals are split into two parts, and I think what we'd do is we'd do a base pale colour and do some darker bits at the bottom. So I'm going to pick actually the palest pink, and it is called Rose Pink, and I'm going to use that here and just do a light layer across both petals to start with, and then we'll add in some other colours, and I think we'll just have fun with colour. Now here I'm a bit confused because that line is a continuation of that line, but what I think has happened is it's that line, so we can't, so this is definitely obscured under this petal. So keep the pink to this side, and these two petals are going to be a different colour. I know not many petals are lots of different colours, but I thought it would be fun just to try a few different things. And you know, we're not trying to create realism, just have some fun. Okay, so there is our light layer. Just put a little more on this side, I think. Just try and even it out nicely. Okay, now I'm going to use a darker colour. Oops, my pencil wants to run around all over the place. I'm going to go with the Purple Light. Although it's called purple, it's still quite pinky. And what I'm going to do is start off down here at the bottom and do quite a hard layer. And the same here. You can see I'm fading it a little bit towards this line. If you don't like this line, you could white it out. I have thought about it, but I'm going to leave it there. And now I'm going to do a few lines coming from the top here where I think the it might be slightly sort of creased, if that makes sense, because the petals are never straight, they're sort of slightly curled, and here we've got even more. That wasn't very good, try and take your line towards the middle like that rather than what I did. I'm just trying to hide my mistake there. So anywhere where there's a sort of dip in the edge, you can just sort of, and then the idea is you try and get one dark line and then a bit of a lighter area like that. And hopefully it just gives some interest to the petals really, like that. Okay, now we do these two. I've actually managed to go quite far into the centre here. I'm just going to erase a little and sweep away with my brush. There we go. Okay, I want these two to be quite dark. I don't know why, I just feel like they could benefit from being dark. So I'm going to use my darkest purple, which is the Mulberry. And for these, I'm going to make them very dark in the centre here, and then fade them a little towards the edge. As it comes out a little bit lighter. There, I'm going to do another layer using the same sort of rule as it were, so lighter towards the edge, and here too. quiet, haven't I? I've had a bit of a, should we say, a busy day, an eventful day. It's okay, but it's a lot going on in my head actually. Now this bottom part, we've got these sort of slits or different areas, and I'm not really sure quite what to do with those. So I'm just going to go over that whole bit with the Lavender Light and then think about those other bits in a minute. I can hear a very odd noise outside now. It's like a motor of some sort. Oh, it's my neighbour. She's shredding. I don't know. Oh, you can probably hear it now. She cut down a lot of the tree that overhangs our garden actually from hers, and she's got a sort of chipping machine. It's rather nice. It's produced a lot of light. What I think I'm going to do is use the Mulberry to fill in those little slits or little shapes. I hope that's not too distracting, and I'm also going to use it around here. Lots of layers on this outside and then less towards the middle. Lots and lots on the outside. There we go. Now, this very central area, I think I quite like to be a pink rather than a purple. Should we go a bit bright? Yeah. Oops. We'll go cherry pink. It's quite bright. Now we have got all these different sections. I'm wondering actually whether that bit should be part of the Mulberry. I think it should. So actually I'm going to grab the Mulberry and do this little bit here as Mulberry. I realise I've done the centre as Mulberry as well, so it's going to be quite dark. But I think it would be okay. Like that. And then the cherry pink. And use it in this bit. I'm going on quite thickly with the cherry. I think it's quite a pretty colour. It's quite a reddish pink, isn't it? I'm trying to make sure there's plenty, particularly around the edges. And then we have these two little pieces which I think are like leaves, so I'm going to do them in a greeny colour. I think I'm going to pick the I want a bluey green, so I'm just looking to see what I've got. I've got the Pthalo green light. I think that might be a good choice. The Pthalo greens are the bluey greens, so just fill this in a little. I realise I'm not very close to you. My tripod is a little bit high. I will adjust that for the next video if I can without it going out of focus. So I'm trying to put more green in this section compared to the tip, just to make it look a little bit like there's a bit more shadow in there. There we go. That's me. I think I'll just line it up a little bit before I take my photo. Sweep away the excess bits. So that is the whatever it is flower. I'm not sure whether I'm going to call it anything. I might call it Orchid, actually, an orchid. So there we are. So I hope that was okay. It was a bit different. It looks maybe a little bit odd. I don't know. Anyway, we'll do something a bit more conventional tomorrow on our next flower. But thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day. Happy colouring.